This is the best of the week on Relevant Radio.
I want to discuss setting simple and achievable monthly goals. This is something that I'm working on this year as my family continues to grow. Maybe you have goals that you want to work on personally, professionally, in your family. But I recently heard about this great theme of focusing on a monthly goal, especially for families, and letting that be your theme. And so it's something I'm working on here with the radio program. My producer Jim's in on it with me. I'm also working on it in my family. For example, our big goal is sleep because with the Christmas and New Year's celebrations that occurred, we are just completely out of kilter, especially my kids. And so just getting back in line so that there can be greater peace and joy and just better moods when you sleep better. So that's our big goal. So like the big picture for us is sleep. And so there are a lot of concrete steps for us that need to occur. Maybe for you, it might be timers for being aware of what time it is, actually knowing what time you need to go to bed and need to wake up to get enough sleep. Putting your phone on the other side of the house if you need to, so that you don't just roll over, tap snooze, but maybe you have to run across the cold floor. Whatever that might be, that's one example. So focusing on simple and achievable monthly goals. So another one might be maybe your focus, instead of a New Year's resolution, might be, hey, I want to start exercising this month for 15 minutes a day. How I'm going to do that is I'm going to time block it on my calendar, and I'm also going to write down or tell someone and plan out what my exercise will be for the next day. So my husband and I do this the next day. We tell each other for the next day, hey, I'm going to work out at this time of day, because it helps each other to help play defense with the kids who think exercise time is, let me jump on you in this fun equipment you're using, or let me jump on you because you're on the floor and you look so accessible. And so that's one part of it. But also for us, it's a matter of planning what we're going to do so that we can accomplish it. So maybe for me, it's one day doing the TRX. Another, it might be doing Pilates. Another is, okay, I'm getting a walk in and I'm also doing something else. So really planning and knowing what that is. So those are concrete examples in making sure it's time blocked on your calendar. I think that's so key. And for me, it's a little more general because I kind of have pockets of time in the day that float throughout the day. So this pocket is, maybe food and hanging out and playing with the kids. This pocket is, this one's for sure napping. That one's maybe napping. And if both are napping, that's when I'm getting my work done. So knowing when that pocket is, that's most reasonable for me to try and work out around the kids, which seems to get harder and harder when kids come. It's why the dad bod, and I guess there's no term for mom bod that occurs. Another one that might be one of your goals that I know is not what I'm overly focusing on next month, but might be my monthly goal next month, although I do need to work on reining it in, is being better at meal prepping, saving money, saving time, eating better foods, losing weight. Meal prepping is at the core. So maybe that's your goal for the month. Maybe you figure out a time to meal prep once or twice a week. My mother-in-law and I were just talking about this. She says, okay, this is what you do. You have your husband take your kids for a walk while you do the meal prepping. She was very excited to talk about meal prepping. She's really good about being very ahead when it comes to food. I wish I was as ahead as that. It can be difficult to make sure. In our house, with all the food allergies and dietary issues, we have to cook a lot of our own food. So although meal prepping isn't my goal, with this whole idea of setting simple and achievable monthly goals, maybe it's yours and maybe it's one for next month for you. So those are some ideas. I'd love to hear from you what simple and achievable monthly goals you're implementing in your life, and maybe some of the steps you're taking to get there. But keeping the goal simple: sleep, organization, exercise, whatever that might be. You can join me and listen on the Relevant Radio app to Trending with Timmerie live each weekday at 6 p.m. Central. Thanks for listening.